Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Almost Wealthy. I'm your host, John, and I'm just sharing my journey to financial freedom, showing you exactly what I'm doing with my money. This isn't financial advice, it's just my real moves, my real results. So let's grow together. If you haven't followed me, follow me on my Twitter. It's on the screen, but I also want to give a thank you to everyone that has been watching my videos. My last video I had got 100K views. It's just a video of me showing my margin strategy on how I'm approaching my portfolio. And I guess people liked it because it got 100K views. It was just mind-boggling, but I appreciate everyone that watched it. And also, I do want to give a shout out to Cryptonomics. He shot me out in a Twitter. He said, I saw your YouTube recommendations and gave me a follow. I definitely followed him back, so I appreciate the love. Let's get right into it. The market was up today very nicely. The SPY was up $1.03. The Dow was up 31 cents and QQQ was up $1.21. This is how people love to see the market going up and to the right, and that's how I like it. Look at my positions. LFGY, I actually made $5.14 today. I'm up $16.25, which is 2.93%. So I'm in the profit on this trade. PLTY, I'm still down, but I did gain a good measly 69 cents. A gain is a gain, so I'll take that. QDTE, LDTE, I am up $1.30 on that. Still down on the position, but gradually getting back there. My anchor position, which is SPGY, I'm up $1.07. Since I started the trade, I am up $7.27 and up on the position pretty much 1.31%, which is nice. And that's my growth stock. Alti, I am still down. Pretty much broke even today. Down $74.42. And I'm down pretty much just a little bit under 7% on the position. But I keep buying, dollar cost averaging. So hopefully, if we get a few more of these days, we will be back in the profit on pretty much all of my positions. But I wanted to show the dividends I actually got last week. I've gotten 2 weeks of dividends. On October 10th, I end up getting $52.01. And on the 16th and 17th, I end up getting $38.16. If I count all my dividends since I started my journey on Robinhood, I made $135.99, which is pretty nice. Since I invested $3,595.85. So let's do the calculations on this. So let's get my handy dandy calculator out. Let's bring it over here. So actually, let's go back to my invest. So I've actually invested 3,059.82. And if I go to my portfolio is basically 3,565. I've actually invested more than my portfolio is right now. But if I take into account the dividends that I've made so far, plus the money that I've invested, so let's go back to my dividends. If I calculate the money I invested, which is the $35.95 and 82 cents, plus 135.99, and go back to my portfolio. So I'm actually up on the money that I invested plus my dividends compared to my portfolio. So last but not least, there was an actual person. I think they've actually deleted their comment, But under the comments section, what's going on under the comment section on this video that got 100K, the person said I was being reckless with my account. They said I should wait till my dividends get to the point where I can pay them off in a month instead of doing it this gradual way I'm doing it. And I wanted to explain why what I'm doing is not reckless and I'm taking a much more conservative approach. Let's go back to classic mode. Now, if you look at my account, the margin that I'm using right now is $59.33. Let me get my handy dandy calculator out because I want to explain this. When I first started paying my two AT&T bills, my brokerage account had $40 in it. And then I transferred over $198.33 over to my brokerage account. That would be minus .98 cents 33. So my margin account at the time was saying I'm using $158.33. So pretty much immediately that day that I transferred over, pretty much a couple hours after, I ended up getting those dividends of $52.01, which added back to my margin. My margin ended up going down to $100.06 and 32 cents. And now that I got paid another week, which was $38.66, so I add $38.66. My margin is now close to $67.66, give or take. I think I'm a little bit less on my margin if I go, for some reason I'm at 59. The numbers are not adding up, but I'm a little bit less. And if you notice that on my margin, my AT&T bill is due on the 20th and my AT&T cell phone bill is due on the 25th. So I have around 4 more weeks of getting dividends, which will mean that my margin use will be back down to zero by time I have to pay my next AT&T bill. I just wanted to explain this because the approach that I'm doing is very conservative and I'm just like gradually adding bills. So by time I have to pay my next bill, my margin is already down to zero. That's the approach I'm taking. So I just want to let that person know if they watch my video again, this is why my approach is not reckless. But I wanted to explain that. I wanted to comment back on that, but I noticed the comment was gone. Other than that, it's another payday this week. Friday, I'll do another transfer over of the 250 and we'll buy some more stocks and check out what dividends I got this week as well. Until then, I will see you on the next one. And thank you again, everyone, for watching my videos. I appreciate it. Thank you.